Madden NFL 23, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. All that and more coming up next.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts, open man, that's Devontae Smith. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now, folks.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We just saw an example of what we talk about all the time when we meet with coaches. They want that hidden yardage to come to the front when they throw the football. Throw it, catch it, and then pick up more yardage after the catch.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
As Sanders has it poked free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flushed out right.
And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
Holding offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. They were going for it on 4th and inches, now 4th and 5.
Yeah, everything had built to a crescendo, hadn't it? 4th and inches. I mean, we were coming out of our chairs up here. Now on 4th and 5, you've got to think about whether you want to go for it or not.
Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And some room to roam now. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Let's go, man. You know what we need, baby. Let's go, man.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Open man is Golladay, complete.
Holding offense.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing, Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Down at the 25.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the 25 on 2nd down. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And out of bounds right around the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And once again, this is Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown as his guys are able to extend their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down. Jones. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 2nd and 10, Jones.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Checking my math. That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him.
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Hurts. The Sanders has got it complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's do this, man. Come on, baby. Rock and roll.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go, fellas.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Jones has this. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Let's go. Let's go right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. 11 yards for number 11.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Now Hurts on the option right. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Sanders up the middle to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A good chunk on the ground and a keep of 17 yards, first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Hurts. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good? They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. T.J. Edwards showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Jones on 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Galladay.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Jones now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones.
Out route pass complete to Bellinger.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the former Giant, James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.